Hello and welcome to the Spartan Classic here at Glenbrook North High School. There will be 9 teams participating today in this gymnastics event. It's one of the biggest meets for the Spartans this year, and they look to come out on top today. You're tuning into a GBN TV production here on the Cube. I'm Jack McDonough, and alongside me tonight is Alana Gertz. Tonight, 9 varsity teams will face off against each other. The Elk Grove Grenadiers, the Evanston Wildcats, the Wheeling Wildcats, the Rolling Meadow Mustangs, the New Trier Trevians, the Glenbrook South Titans, and your Glenbrook North Spartans. This should be a great contest today with 3 of the top 10 teams in the state competing in the Spartan Classic. New Trier Trevians, the Glenbrook North Spartans, and the Glenbrook South Titans. Alana, what do you think the Spartans need to do to come out on top tonight?
Well, Jack, I think the Spartans definitely need to keep their hot streak going. They've started out the season very strong, scoring the 7th highest score in the state in their first competitions. They also need senior Brittany Ulrich to keep her consistency going. She's been the foundation for this team so far and has competed phenomenally. Also, look out for Kelly Lazar. She's also another senior on this team for the Spartans. She was a state qualifier last year and hopes to make this her best year.
Thanks, Alana. Spartans are led by head coach Ryan Duell. I talked to him earlier today, and he says that this will be a close and fun meet to watch. He also said that he and his team really want to beat their crosstown rivals, the Glenbrook South Titans. That's his number one goal. He'd also like his team to try and give a good competition for the New Trier Trevians as well, and try to give them the toughest challenge of the season so far. We are happy to be bringing you this exciting invitational and hope you enjoy this broadcast. We will later be joined by 2 senior gymnasts who will be providing some insight on the sport and tonight's competition. Senior Emily Garrity and Shanna Ungerleiter will be stopping by the broadcast booth to share their thoughts on how the evening is going. In the meantime, thanks for joining us and we hope you enjoy this top-rated competition. We've been watching these teams warm up for a while and have seen their caliber, and we're excited about this event. Beam Glenbrook South. Can't hear him.
So the first event of tonight for the Spartan Classic will be the Glenbrook South Titans on the beam, and we have Elena Parker. She's the first one to go for the Titans.
We are just about ready to go here.
I don't know what she's going to do. That's very... I can barely balance on a beam. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ooh,
Nice dismount, it looks like. Never mind, not a dismount. She fell.
Yeah. Kind of bend in there. Every time I've watched gymnastics a little bit, and the Olympics or whatever, and it looks just, I don't know, so hard to do on this like little platform and feed. And you just saw Elena Polka do some flips and some twirls and whatever. They make it look so easy.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I think I would just honestly just hurt my ankle. She dismounts. She does stumble a bit, but it looks good. A good routine overall, it looks like.
I would say they would probably give her a small deduction for that dismount, but I thought overall, I thought it was a pretty routine. She did fall there in the middle of her routine, so we'll see what the score they get.
And we have another GBS beam competitor. Jenna Hartley is going to start her routine.
Right after this, a little hug teammate there. Hopefully she can do a little bit better than her partner.
And we're ready to get started.
Yep. I think she's about to start any minute now. You know what we're waiting on, Jack? I don't know. You've got a better view here.
I think we're waiting on the scores from
Previous event.
From Elena's beam, just so we can get that sorted out. I think she's waiting on the judges to give her the go-ahead. If you're just tuning in and you're a little bit late, this is the Spartan Classic. Right now we're on the GBS beam with Jenna Hartley up to go. She has been waiting a while, and seems like the judges are just scoring right now. Hopefully she'll be going shortly.
And, this is wild.
Coaches seem to conference a little, keep her focused maybe.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the Spartans. I've heard so many good things about their gymnastics team in the past. And we said Kelly Czar was a state qualifier, so it'll be interesting to see her go tonight, for sure.
Yeah, they've really stepped it up the past few years. I think they were ranked highly in state last year as well, and clearly they've started that trend well here in the first few meets.
Yeah. I think we're still waiting on the judges, but I think they're putting up the score now. Oh, no, that's for the wrong.
We've switched over to the bars. Her name is, she just finished up. Her name was Natalia Dinka.
I think the bars is one of the hardest events in the whole gymnastics. You have to have so much upper body strength, and you have to curl your body around. I just think it's so hard to do flips in the air, and then you have to land and catch on the other bars. It's so complicated.
I feel like even with the chalk, it'd still hurt your hands.
Oh, yeah. So waiting on the score here. There's Jenna Hartley doing her routine. Finally got to go. Finally got the go. And we're switching it back over. I think Jenna Hartley is now going on the beam if you're just tuning in. Wow. Very pretty routine. A little trouble there, but she got back. I think she's about to do flip. Okay, we're going to take it over to the floor now for you guys after Jenna Hartley just finished her routine.
Seems to be Caroline Christensen right now.
Wow. Nailed the flip. And then the cartwheel at the end, that was... So do you think that they come up with their routines on their own? Probably, right?
Maybe, but I also think they probably take a lot of inspiration from former gymnasts, probably.
And
like
coaches.
Coaches, yes. They probably have a huge say in it. That was a replay of Caroline Christensen's floor routine there.
That was nice.
Still waiting on the scores. Yes, it was very well executed, it seemed. Seems the judges are just sorting out the scores for the beam. It looks like we're preparing for another Glenbrook South beam routine right now.
Just waiting on the judges.
All right, now we've switched over to Rolling Meadows team. Jennifer Koktis is on the bars right now, looking to just start her routine.
So impressive what these girls can do on the bars. I don't know. I've tried it and it's very hard for me. And they make everything look so easy. Here she's about to start her routine.
I feel like the bar's too low. Every person I've watched has hit the feet on the lower bar.
It's so hard. I feel like to go from the low bar to go to the high bar, and then my God, it just I would get dizzy also. Oh,
bit of a stumble on the dismount.
Yeah,
probably deducted 0.1, 0.2 maybe.
Maybe a little more. So after that I thought that was a pretty good routine. But we're headed to the beam right now.
We have Bebe Haramaris up right now.
Yeah, for GBS. And she just dismounted. Oh no,
she stumbled.
She stumbled and fell. I can't tell if they like dismount or if they fall, but I guess that was a fall.
I think they have to end the routine towards the end of the beam. So if they fall in like the middle, then that's a fall, I think, not a dismount.
Oh, that was hard. Twirl like that. Have feet both on the beam. I feel like she's preparing for a flip or something. Yeah, there, dismount. Wow, that was a pretty dismount.
Flip.
A
little momentum.
Yeah.
Brings her a little bit too far. Seemed like a pretty good routine, except for that stumble, much like Elena Parker's was.
Yeah, yeah, she fell as well in the middle of her team, but they can come back, GBS. But overall, I think a pretty good
Start
start. Yeah,
for them, yeah.
but plenty of events to go. So then we got another GBS gymnast headed up, getting ready to go. I think
it's
just,
Bebe again.
I think it's.
I think it is. Are you sure?
I don't think it is. I think it's Sheena Graham.
Oh.
But they keep on waiting for the judges. Judges have to take their time, score properly. So a lot of waiting in between events. Or, yeah. But we've got a while to the. I know. Like I said before, I'm excited to see our Spartans play, or not Spartans compete in this classic. When you read that off earlier, that the top 3 teams, that was crazy. So we just found out that Bebe got a 9:15 on the balance beam. I wouldn't say that's a pretty good score, I guess. Wouldn't say that's the best. What would you think? If you were the judge, would you give her a better score, or?
I mean, it says that the falls are worth -0.5, so they had 2.
Yeah.
I'd say that adds up. I don't know much about gymnastics.
Me either, but we're learning.
Fun sports to watch.
Yeah.
Now we're switching over to Rolling Meadows. Morgan Nichikovsky is up right now.
On the bars. That's crazy. She just got up on the lower bar and got up on top of it and jumped from small to large. And oh my God, it's crazy. She just ended her routine. We didn't really watch part of it, but at the end of it, I mean, pretty good in my eyes.
Looks like we're back over to the Glenbrook South beam. Just starting her routine.
Sheena Graham on beam. Man, they just make it look so easy. That's all I'm going to say on that, because especially when it comes to vault too. Look at it, it's so hard. And they make it like so finesse and just.
It looks like many of them have sore ankle injury or something.
Or something with their knees.
That might affect them, might make it weaker, harder to balance.
She just almost fell off their beam. I think she's like preparing for a flip. But yeah. Wow, impressive. And stuck the landing. And then here comes her dismount. I have a feeling of a dismount coming. Here comes her dismount.
Ooh, probably a big deduction there.
I think she's hurting. I think she didn't fall on the mat. I think she fell on the gym floor, but her arms stick up and that.
She seems very hurt. It might be her ankle again, like we just talked about.
Yeah, but her arms are up, and I think that indicates that the routine is definitely over, but I think she's all right. She's laughing, and
she's laughing it off.
Yeah, she's fine. But falling off of the beam like that, it can be scary.
Now we've moved on to the floor with Jamie Otwell of the Evanston Wildcats for her floor routine.
It's hard for a floor routine. You have to cover so much ground I don't know how long in a routine usually is, but that's a huge mat, and I feel like you have to cover a lot of it.
I think you have to go diagonally every time Like you have to go across and you have to move to the side. It's
Right. It's just a big
very
big
very long
mat.
routines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip over to the vault.
Our first vault event for Glumberg North. It is
Katie
Katie
Dalkey.
Dalkey here. She just finished it. Coach Duel very happy with that.
Out of all the events we've seen so far, what do you think is the hardest to do? Vault, beam,
Oh man.
routine, bars?
I feel like beam or bars would be extremely hard.
Why do you think that? Just because of like.
It's just such a tiny surface area that you'd have to cover.
So we're headed over to the New Trier Trevians. It's their turn up on the beam, but we're back with the Spartans. Got to see our GBN Spartans on the vault. Back to Katie.
Hi, Miss Halchuk told me if you guys need help to like help you guys. Did she let you guys know that or no? That sounds going to be helping you with the vault or like with their skills. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Do you like need help? Like I don't really know how any of this works, but
You can grab that headset, and then we'll like.
what do I do? Just
You can like
We'll like.
talk because we don't know a lot about gymnastics.
yeah.
Like we don't know the scoring or something. Let's say that.
Okay.
And just like comment on.
So we'll just like.
Wait,
we'll just like.
Yeah. What's your name? Okay. So
What?
her name is Emily. So Emily Garty.
Yeah.
Okay. Just say it like.
Yeah, that's it.
So we're very lucky, and we're joined by a senior member of the GBN girls gymnastics team, Emily Garty. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
So
She's here to give some insight to the sport because Alana and I don't know a whole lot, and we hope she can help us with the scoring and what went wrong, what went right.
Yeah, of course.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
So what events do you compete in usually?
I compete bars and vault.
Bars and vault. I think bars is the hardest. I can't
Yeah.
believe you require so much upper body strength. It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Now we're on Zoe Spangler of New Trier for the beam.
So talk to us like about like what usually like what because you said you're in like the bars and the
Uh-huh.
so like what do you guys come up with like a routine for that?
Yeah, so for each event, you have to make a routine.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Back to Brittany Ulrich, sorry, on the vault.
So you also get like points off if you like
Miss or
Miss.
fall or,
Yeah.
for form, they deduct. Yeah.
a lot of points?
Uh-huh. And then every routine starts off at a 10, and then they deduct from there. So the scores are based out of a 10 scale.
Oh, okay.
How many points can you get on one event, or does it vary?
Like, it's based off of a 10-0 scale.
Okay.
So we're back to Zoe Spangler from the New Trier, and she just dismounted.
Seemed to nail it.
Yeah, by
Did
the
she?
crowd.
Yeah, she did.
So it turns out then Glenmark South had a decent score, I guess, of a 9.51,
Yeah, it's very good.
even with the two falls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back
There's-
to the beam.
Right now,
Or vault,
Kelly
sorry.
Lazar is up on vault, and she's doing a pike souk.
So what is that?
It is a half on with a pike flip out of it.
Man, that sounds so complicated.
Here she goes. And she,
Oh, she seemed like she almost had it.
yeah,
Stumbled a
little
bit
too
though.
much power.
Man, that looked really hard.
And for vault, you always get 2 tries. But for every other event, you only get 1 turn.
Oh, okay.
So she's getting ready for her second vault.
So she has to do the same thing, though.
Yes.
She can't change it up.
You can change it, but she is doing the same thing.
See if she nails it.
There
Yeah,
she
she
goes.
got
She
it.
does
She's
it this
the
time.
landing. Yes.
Both coaches extremely happy.
So do they? So the judges, do they like? I know they count for both times.
Yes.
So
But they
each-
choose the better of the one.
Got it. So she'll get like scored on that one probably. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
she
the
will
better one.
because she stuck it.
Wow, that's impressive. So you said you were bars and vault.
Yeah,
Do you have a favorite?
bars.
Bars? Just why? Do you have a reason or just do
I
you
just
like it
think
better?
it's more fun. Yeah, I like it better.
Do you get blisters on your hands?
Yes, I do get them.
Oh, no. No, thank you.
So here's, I think Brittany Ulrich is getting
Yes.
ready to go.
She has the same vault as Kelly. She does a pike souk as well.
So I've noticed that Kelly started on the opposite side of Brittany. It doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
It does matter or it doesn't matter?
What do you mean by the opposite?
So like Carly, I mean not Kelly, Carly. Kelly started on like the
You mean standing to
Yeah.
salute?
yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't really matter.
that doesn't matter.
As long as you salute and then get on the runway.
Gotcha.
Yes. It's just personal
Brittany
preference.
nailed that first try, so
Yeah, she did.
will she go again for a
Yes.
better score? Okay.
So I think we're switching it over to the beam. We have New Trier,
We have Rachel Zunn.
Jane Rohr up on beam. I guess GBS ended, so then they rotated. They'll be heading to the floor next.
Going back to Brittany Ulrich.
She's on her second vault. Nice. She lands both of them.
Which one do you think was better, the first or the second?
Hard to tell. I don't know. I think the second, actually.
Man, you guys make it look so easy, and it's so hard. I
It
can
is
barely
very
do a
hard.
somersault, to be
It
honest.
is very hard.
Now we're on to Emma Jane Rohr for New Trier.
So for a beam, does it have to be a specific amount of time?
Yes. It cannot go over a minute 30, and if it goes over a minute 30, you get deducted.
Gotcha.
If it goes over the time, how much do you get deducted by?
It depends on how much time you go over by a
Oh,
minute
okay.
30. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do many of the beam competitors have many ankle rolls? Because
Yeah.
a lot of them always.
Yeah, wearing ankle braces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's about to dismount or something. Yeah, here she goes.
Yeah, that was a round off.
Seemed to
back
nail it.
Dismount. Yep.
Now we're going to the floor. Seems to be Nellie Fleming of Lake Forest here.
And so for the floor, is that also a specific time as well?
Yeah, it's a minute 30.
Minute 30.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm learning so much.
And there's
Oh.
always 3 tumbling passes in every floor.
So what's a like that?
That's, yeah.
So like a bunch of flips and.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yeah, she
So
did.
she'll get points to yeah.
Yeah. That was a front handspring, front layout.
So as a gymnast, who because women's gymnastics in the Olympics is crazy.
Yeah.
They're amazing. The Fab
Uh-huh.
Five. Is it like one of those girls like a role model for you?
Yeah, I love Simone Biles. She's amazing.
Yes. Yeah. Is there like a specific reason, or you just like?
I just love
Love
her. I think
Simone,
she's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
How was last year? Because I know Kelly Lazar was a state qualifier, and you
Yeah.
guys are just overall considered a state team.
Uh-huh.
What's it like? I don't know. What's it like as a team to know that you're a top competitor?
It's really awesome. It's a great feeling. We feel very accomplished and proud of our hard work.
Now we're over to the bars for wheeling. Jessica Stavros on the bars right now.
Are you considering because you're a senior doing gymnastics in college?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
So I think we're heading to the beam. New Trier is still in the rotation for the beam.
This is Maze Murdoch right now on the beam for the Trevians.
And this is their last girl for their last beam rotation.
Ooh.
Yeah, she just fell on her back tuck.
Has a girl ever like been on the beam and done a flip and like fell? That would hurt.
Yeah.
I don't. I know that one. European gymnast last year.
Yeah.
Like it was a very gruesome injury after the beam. Or was it the vault? Might have been the vault. I don't know.
I think it might have been the vault actually.
But
you can get serious injuries, like you know.
yeah, that's what I've seen.
Ooh.
Almost fell, tried to recover, but quite couldn't. That's 2 falls for her. That's going to be a major deduction probably.
I mean, you see these ankle braces, and then for the bars, do your wrists hurt? Because I see on the bars you guys wear like.
Yeah, it's actually called grips, so that like protects your wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking about major injuries. Have you like? I mean, hopefully you haven't had one, but has like, I know Brittany Ulrich had an injury last year, and that hurt you guys a little bit.
It did.
Yeah. I mean, how has she come back from that injury?
She really has come back. She's let her body heal, and she was in physical therapy, and now she's back. So it's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to the bars.
Yeah. I think this is like, who is it? I think like Forrest, I think.
It's Wheeling.
Oh, Wheeling.
Anna Emery is up right now.
What do you find the most difficult about bars?
Connections, I think. So that means connecting one skill to the other without taking a pause. And it gets tired with endurance and stuff, so it's tough.
Is it harder going from the large bar to the small bar or the small bar to the large?
It depends on the skill.
Oh, okay.
There's skills going from each bar that can be difficult.
I thought her routine was nice. She dismounted. Everything looked good to me. I would give her a good, decent score.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to head to the floor. Lake Forest, Kristen Fish on
right
the
now.
floor. So I've noticed, and you called it earlier, a salute. You have to do that before
and after. Every routine.
Even if, like I saw on the beam, if you fell, you have to salute.
It's yes. So if you fall off the beam, you salute to the judge. That's their way of knowing you're about to get back on.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go back down to my team. And I'll be back.
Okay, that's fine. Emily's just leaving us, but she will be back in a short moment. Kind of joining her team, kind of talk with them. But she'll be back.
If you're just tuning in, this is Kristen Fish for Lake Forest. She's currently doing her floor routine.
I think she's the only one going right now. I think all eyes are on Kristen right now on the floor, because I don't think GBN's not going. I see GBS is sitting, so I think they're waiting on the bars, but I think Kristen's going. All eyes on her. That's what they see, though. Okay, we're going to head to the beam right now.
It's
Nutrier.
Maeve Murdoch right
Yep.
now.
She's getting ready to go. So they have to have like a certain mount. That was like, I think, a straddle mount. So there's certain ways you can get on and stand up. Bunch of
So we've just received information that the beam and the floor are going to be the only 2 events going on right now because the bars and the vault competitors got a bit ahead of the rest of the competition, so they just want everyone else to get caught up.
as you just saw there, Meave took a fall, but she is hopefully going to recover. And I think she's getting ready for her dismount here. Gonna go over one side and then go back to the other.
Almost a stumble there.
I think she's getting ready to do a round off or maybe a flip. I'm not sure. Maybe another dismount.
That's a
on
round
that
off.
side.
Sticks to landing. Beautifully
Wow, that was
done. That was a
impressive.
very good ending.
Round off is like a cartwheel, and then you end with 2 feet together.
Oh.
So we're gonna switch over to GBS. It's Elena Pelker for GBS. And we saw her earlier on the beam, and now she's on her floor routine. So
Gymnastics is as hard as it is, and they have to do several routines.
yeah,
I don't know if I could do this
and
sport.
memorize them and whatever.
Yeah. What do you
Plus,
thi-
you have to do multiple events. You have to be overall. Overall, you have to be good at everything.
Now this is Elena Pauker of Glenmark South. What do you think happens if you forget your routine?
I don't know. I think these girls are pretty experienced enough that they won't, but I mean, you never know. I don't know. I think.
Do you think you just stop, or do you think you just come up with them on the fly? What would you do?
What would I do? I don't know. I don't think my coaches would put me out there if I forgot.
But it's like.
But
it's like,
yeah. I don't know. But so far she's doing really well. I think she's going to do a tumbling pass, a round off, and then into another flip. I mean, it's just crazy what these girls can do. And the splits, I can't do the splits. So I think they like go from one end to the other. But I thought that you have to like. See, she's not going like a diagonal way. I think she's going in like.
Yeah.
Weird.
I
I thought
thought-
you only can go like straights and diagonal.
I thought like you had to at least touch all 4 corners once.
Here's another
That-
tumbling pass. Wow, 2 flips in a row, and she
Almost stumbled, but
yeah
seemed
kind
like
of
she
stuck
stuck
the
it pretty
landing.
well.
I should probably get points off for that.
Maybe a minor deduction.
And there's the end of her routine. Overall, pretty well.
I hear the scores.
For the uneven bars, Jenna Byrne had a 7.8. And then for GBS, for the balance beam, Jenna Hartley had a 9.15. The best routine for the Titans. And we saw her, I think she stumbled a little bit, but she still ended up with a good score. Headed over to floor, Evanston, I'm a friend, got a 7.75 for her floor routine.
High score for Evanston there.
Not the closest to 10, but it's still a pretty good score. You also got Varsity just all around wheeling. Jessica Starvos has the top score with a 15.8. Wheeling up top. They have the top 4 spots locked and loaded, and GBN has the 5th spot.
Overall, your Limerick North Spartans are in second with 35.525 points.
Wheeling, number 1 with a 61.95, holding a big lead against the Spartans.
Let's see what New Trier had there.
Yeah. I mean, so far so good for the Spartans. I mean, I think we've only competed in the vault, so I think we'll be fine. But
with the vault, Brittany
yeah,
Ulrich with those 2 fantastic dismounts, those first 2 tries.
And Kelly
Very
Lazar, not too far behind, 8.9 in the second place. We saw both of those girls with their vaults, and they both did an amazing job. So I'm really not surprised that they're in the 1-2 spot for the vault.
Jenna Breen is currently leading the uneven bars.
And we talked about Jenna Hartley. I'm a little surprised about the score she got because if you didn't see or tune in, she had some falls. So, but we're on Glenbrook South on the floor. I'm pretty sure this is Sarah. This is Bibi Haramaras. We saw her a little bit on the beam, but now she's on the floor for her routine. So I think she's about waiting for the judges, everyone. And then, so we also, I see Bebe has, BB has, I apologize, BB has wrist guards, like we said, Emily was talking about earlier for the bars. I think she has them now for the floor. So I think, maybe when they do their flips and their tumbles and whatever, they want to protect their wrists. So there she salutes. She is allowed to go onto the floor, and I think this is going to go to music, this routine. I think some routines do and some routines don't. Yep, there's music. Let's see what she does. So here comes a tumbling pass. It's a bunch of round-offs, 3 round-offs. I believe those are round-offs in a row. So I think they have to dance, is that a transition maybe into a tumbling pass or something?
I would think that the music you choose correlates with your routine. Why not have a little fun? Why not put some dancing in it?
Her teammates are really cheering her on. Titans are not too far behind the Spartans.
Nailed that one too.
I think they want a good score for this. Comes another tumbling pass. See what she does. Wow, it's crazy.
Sticks it again. Seems like she's had a perfect routine so far.
She's ending and getting off and getting a bunch of hugs from her teammates. I thought that was a pretty good routine. She stuck every landing. Her, I guess, dancing, and her other little things looked good. So.
Now we're over to the Niles North first rotation here for the beam. Natalia Dinka is up.
And I see, yep. Ooh, she almost fell off the beam there.
Where did we see her earlier? Was she on the bars, right?
I don't think we saw her earlier. I think this is her first time. coming out, or maybe she hit she was on the floor.
Maybe.
I think we saw her.
Mhm.
But the Niles North Vikings aren't having this big strongest start. While they are in the 6th place with the 29.27. That's their score. So not having the strongest start, but hopefully they can pick it up.
Mhm.
She's mounting back up. I think she's about to do a flip. I think I can you can tell when they're gonna do a flip. They can really concentrate.
Oh, took a stumble there.
She mounts back on. I know that she's like the first girl I noticed that doesn't have ankle braces on.
Well, she does have a knee brace.
That's true. Her dismount looks pretty good. Stuck the landing, saluted it off.
Probably have some deduction for that fall, though.
Yeah, coach is giving her tips. We have GBS returning onto the floor.
I think we have
Sheena Graham for the GBS.
We saw her earlier on the beam.
Yep. So if you're just joining us, we have GBS on the floor. Sheena Graham is doing her floor routine. She's about to do a tumbling pass. And she stuck the landing.
Teammates always encouraging when they stick their landings.
Yep. I think it's important for any sport. If I know some girls aren't competing tonight, some girls are, but when your teammates cheer for you, and it feels really good. I know we're both athletes, and so for these gymnasts, I bet it feels good and rewarding at the end.
As mentioned earlier, how head coach, Coach Duell, really wanted to beat GBS, but it seems like they're putting up a pretty good meet so far, and I think it'll be very tough for the Spartans to keep up with them.
Yeah,
but
I mean the Titans just fell to 4th place. They're kind of neck and neck with New Trier. New Trier is 34.875, and the Titans have 34.85. So they're
very
only down.
close.
Yeah, very, very close for 3rd place. But Wheeling has a huge and strong lead against all the rest of the teams. So there are the scores brought up on the screen. Rolling Meadows not having the strongest start. They're in 9th place, but I mean, hopefully, I know GBN I don't think has competed in a lot of events. I think it's just the vault. So maybe Wheeling has competed in maybe 2 more events or just one more event compared to them. So I was right. So Wheeling has done two events and GBN has only done 1. So there's still time for sure.
As you can see, the top 3 teams mentioned before, they're all very close, neck and neck. So I think this one's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be very close to see who comes out in the lead here. All right, we'll be heading to Niles North on the beam here. Zoe Chidas here.
Ooh, she had some trouble there. Just getting up. Almost fell a little bit. She's having a lot of trouble just sticking her landing on, small things. So hopefully she doesn't fall on a flip or something big.
Sorry, I butchered that name. Her name is Zoe Zetas. I'll get that right next time.
Ooh. I mean, she's coming down, but I don't know. Looks like she's going to fall.
But she is staying on the beam, which is good.
That's the most important thing. You'd rather have those little errors and take off tinier, points than falling off and taking off a bigger chunk.
Stay down on that flipped. That one looks like your most difficult move, maybe.
Very crowded here tonight at GBN. A lot of kids, parents, everyone coming out supporting all these great gymnastics teams and all the ladies that are a part of it.
She dismounts. She lands it. Very happy about that routine. Now we're over to Malia George for cheer on the floor. Not sure why she has that mat there.
And they just moved it. The coaches just moved it away. Maybe she was nervous about missing that the end there. Maybe, I don't know, safety precaution. But it hasn't been there for all the rest of the teams, so. Wow.
Stuck the landing there. Yeah, like you mentioned before, there are many people in attendance here. Typically, Glenbrook North meets are in a smaller, more crammed gym, so it's very nice to see how many fans can come out here to support each other.
So I think we're heading to beam next. Niles North is still on the rotation on the beam. Wow, that looked really good. I think that was an aerial. This is Hannah Bautmeister on the beam for Elk Grove. I was wrong. Niles North is off the rotation. Looked like Niles North.
I'm pretty sure it is Niles North. Yes, they have the Niles
V.
North symbol on the back.
Yeah. Wow, great dismount.
She nailed that landing. That one looked very difficult. That one looked bad to start, but she nailed it. I was a little bit afraid for her.
It's not like she was dismounting, away from the beam. It was dismounting right next to it, so she could have hit her head or something could have happened. But she was. I mean, that was great. So I think Evanston, you saw there, is getting ready to go vault on the vault there. So I think they're all kind of starting.
Now we're over to the floor for new cheer. This is Emma Jane Rohr. We saw her earlier on the beam as well.
So I think, like I was saying earlier, all the the vault is starting again and bars are. So I think everything's kind of starting again.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see Glenbrook North coming back on the bars in a little bit.
They seem to have just started their bar routine.
Yeah.
Stuck it. I don't know if she'll get points off for touching the white or not. I
feel like they do. Get points off.
Yeah, I think there's a certain space you must stay in. Hits the double flip, stumbles a bit, but that's very hard to keep your momentum going there.
So also, I think they have to get, they're judged on the style of the routine. So they have to come up with a creative and unique routine. And so far, I've seen a lot of different and creative routines. So on vault, well, I wouldn't say on vault, but on beam and bars.
Yeah.
Everything looks good so far.
Nails that landing.
And she salutes and gets off. I thought that routine kind of
Oh, she stumbled a bit there.
told a
A
story
bit there.
a little bit. I don't know, like
How
with her
so?
hand motions and like
Mhm.
weird, I don't know. And like if you were listening to the music, I don't know. But you just saw the end of Hannah Baumeister's bar routine. Spartans are now on the bars.
Seems to be rolling Meadows on the beam now.
And you're just seeing Evanston in the back doing vault. So other events are starting to pick up. Other teams are starting again. Because we were behind on some
Yeah.
events. But starting now. Rolling Meadows on the beam. This is Morgan Nikowski. How do you say that? How would you say that?
Nichikowski?
Nikowski? Yeah. Sorry.
Morgan Nichikowski?
Yeah.
We saw her earlier on the bars. Now we're over to... Nope, never mind. Staying on rolling Meadows.
I think they're just getting ready. Oh, and she can't stick the landing. She's
Fell.
upset.
Quite
You could tell.
annoyed by that.
So updating you on the current varsity team results, Glenbrook South has taken the lead. Surprisingly, they're up 70.57.
Wow.
Wheeling has gone down. Their score hasn't changed, and the Spartans' score hasn't changed at all either. It's just because they're doing more events. They just finished their floor routine rotation. You could tell Morgan wasn't happy
Yeah,
there.
Morgan. She was quite distraught and upset with that performance.
Rachel Zunn from New Trier is on the floor now. We saw her getting ready earlier. Here comes a tumbling pass. There's that mat again.
I don't know.
A safety maybe? I'm not
Maybe.
sure.
We didn't see it for the other two teams performing on the floor.
Yeah, and as you can hear in their background, their teammates are very, very loud, rooting her on. Very loud in here. So I have another update on the scores. Glenbrook South, as we know, is still in the lead, but Niles North has jumped up and taken the number 2 spot. Wheeling is the 3rd, and Spartans have moved down to the 4th. Not a lot of updates otherwise for the rest of the teams, but that was a good floor routine, I would say, by New Trier.
Now we're going to Glenbrook North on the bars, I think. Elk Grove, sorry. Stephanie.
This is GBN. Stephanie, that's GBN.
It's Elk Grove. It's Elk Grove.
Oh, I was wrong. I'm sorry. They look like the same uniforms.
They do. I don't know where GBN has gone, though. Maybe Glenbrook North had already finished their bars rotation. Now we're over to the beam for Rolling Meadows. This is Jenna Burns performing right now.
So I think the Spartans, as I can see, they're taking the bars right now. Time for their routine.
Jenna Burns almost stumbles, keeps her balance, so that was pretty good by her.
And
She falls on
this
that
ti-
one,
yeah,
though.
she falls this time.
Quite angry again.
Rolling Meadows not having the best rotation
Yeah.
on the beam. Here comes her dismount. Her dismount was a little messy, but
Now we're over to
Maeve Murdoch.
Maeve.
We saw her on the beam earlier, but now she's on the floor. And as you can tell, as you could hear, her teammates are really cheering her on for this floor routine. She did an amazing job on the beam. And as I hear from this crowd reaction, she's done a decent job on the floor.
Okay, going for her final tumble here. Oh, looked like she might have rolled her ankle maybe a bit. Now you can see how her mood completely changed, how mad she is at it now.
Yeah, she's doing so well too. I don't think she rolled her ankle. I just think she slipped and upset.
Now we're going to Nicole Kane of Rolling Meadows back to the beam. Still in their rotation here.
Hopefully she'll perform well because the previous girls haven't really stepped up their game.
Well, we did see that Glenbrook South had stumbled a bit. Their first two girls had stumbled and fell off a bit. And they still received a fairly high score. So if their next two competitors can step it up, they could really get a high score just like Glenbrook South had.
I think she's waiting on the judges to judge her previous teammate. I think we're just waiting.
Now we're over to the vault for Lake Forest.
See what she does here on her first try.
This is Sophie Prosement of
Lake
Lake Forest.
Didn't really stick the landing. Had a little issue. We're going to switch over to our Spartans here. Molly Alcorn on bars. Makes it look so easy. And she's really good. She was on she's a sophomore this year. She was on varsity, but she was also on varsity as a freshman, so she's really good at gymnastics.
It seemed like she did very well on that routine. No stumbles or anything.
Yeah, stuck the landing. Looked nice.
Coaches looked very happy there.
Yep.
Now we're back to Rolling Meadows on the beam with Nicole Kane.
And the dismount.
Oh, she fell.
So it's not the best rotation for Rolling Meadows.
No,
Not at all.
I don't think they'll receive quite a high score there.
No.
We're back over to the bars.
Kelly Lazar for GBN. State qualifier last year. I think their best gymnast, I would say. Yeah. Crazy that GBS is in the contention for the best, overall state team. It's crazy. I think she's waiting on the judges for Molly's bar routine. And here she goes.
Kelly's. Nails that transition there. Her whole team, as you can see, cheering her on.
And
nails
stick the
that
landing.
landing.
No, momentum, no foot. Everything was just perfect. I don't know how to. They make it look so easy.
As you see, the coach is very happy. Very happy, sorry. It looks like another Glenbrook North Bars competitor up to go.
So far, what I've seen with Molly Alcorn and Kelly Lazar, the Spartans, I mean, hopefully, you know, Brittany Ulrich and the rest of the Spartans can perform great, but they'll get those two will get a great score and help the Spartans in their run for first place for sure. I think we're just waiting on the judges here.
Now we're just waiting for the scores from the judges
This is
and
Roxy Goldfarb.
for Glenbrook North. Seems like we're just about ready to go. And here we go. Nailed that transition. Nails the landing again. As you can see, the whole team very happy.
Coaches included, yeah, for sure.
I think that the Spartans will receive a very high score, and it will boost their scores phenomenally here
Yeah.
on uneven bars. Now we're over to Niles North on the floor. This is Evelyn Juarez Torres here, just starting her routine.
So I've noticed some girls have it with music and some don't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some are like rhythmic and some aren't. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like different categories. I think it's easier to do it with music.
I think you'd be better in the flow,
Yeah.
and it seemed like maybe some of your moves would be better timed, and timing makes all things look better and like seem
Yeah.
better, which I think would definitely help. Now we're going back to Glenbrook North. This is Brittany Ulrich on the uneven bars. Back to the Spartans.
Starting on the top bar. As we saw, most girls starting on the lower bar
Mm-hmm.
needed a spring for that. So I think here comes her dismount. And doesn't hit the landing,
Looked
but
like she nailed it. I still think they'll receive a very high score here.
score. 3 out of the four girls really stepped up their game. And I think she's not happy with that performance, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to move on. So GBN just finished on the bars, and the rotation is over, but they will be waiting on the score. So we'll see what happens for the Spartans and see if that moves them in the rankings.
We are expecting a very high score based on what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all uneven bars routines that were perfectly performed. Now the Titans, as you can see, are in the lead by about 1.5 points. And New Trier was trailing in second, and Niles North in third.
Yeah. So far around like the same scores. William Meadows not having the best scores, but overall around like 30, 35. For the vault, Brittany Ulrich leads. I'm not surprised. 9.125 out of all the Spartan Classic teams so far here. We're going to cut out of scores and head to the vault. Lake Forest is on the vault currently.
Almost looked like she was about to faceplant, but she held herself.
Yeah, doesn't stick the landing there. This is Bebe. No, it's not.
Bibi Haramaris? I don't think it is, though. I think this is Nellie Fleming, who just performed there.
I think it might have been actually Christian Fitch.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
We're not sure right now.
I think we're at like a standstill right now. No one's really, doing anything. No vault events, bar. I think someone's waiting for floor, beam. So we're all kind of just waiting here, seeing, what's going to happen next, who's going to do, what. So.
Seems that Lake Forest is done with their vault routine. Now we're going over to the beam for wheeling. This is Emily Lucas here.
She mounts. So this is weird. She's wearing like wrist guards instead of ankle brace. I'm just like seeing, what they're, what they've got on.
Maybe she has a lot of
wrist support.
Pushing up the kids here. Almost stumbles there a bit. Stays on that flip turn there. Falls over there. It looked like she kept her balance. Maybe she didn't.
I can tell she's frustrated right now with the performance that she's had.
I think she thought that would be a fairly easy move for her there, but maybe just lost her balance a bit.
I think here comes her dismount.
Sticks her
dismount.
Overall,
pretty good routine. She fell, but I think she'll get a good score.
Little coaches conference there.
New scores are out. They just pushed them out. GBS is still up, 70.5, but Trevians are in second place, 69.1. But the Spartans are in third. With the 68.9. So they just finished, went up tremendously with the bars. So that was great.
Now we're over to Lake Forest Vault for
GBS Vault.
Glenbrook South. Sorry, Glenbrook South.
All the uniforms look the same.
Yes.
All the same colors.
I apologize. This is Bibi Haramaras on the vault once again. I think this is her third routine.
So Spartans are currently in third. Good place to be, I guess, halfway kind of through the classic. They've still got floor and beam left, so hopefully they could get great scores there. They
really had to use her knees there.
Yeah.
Really went very low on that dismount.
I don't think she's too happy with it.
She will get a second try. Now we're over to the floor for Niles North. This is Athena Zetas here.
So here, there's that like.
Mat again.
Yeah, but it has like an X on it, so I think maybe that's where you have to dismount. Yeah.
Oh,
ow.
I haven't seen that one before.
That has to hurt.
Bit of a belly flop on the floor.
Oh my God, that's impressive. I can't do that. Wow. Hold it for that long and like turn in circles. It's got really quiet in here.
It did.
Yeah. Ooh, had some
Stumbles
trouble
a bit there. think she's close to the end of her routine, and she's done. Now we're over back to Glenbrook South for the vault. This is Sarah Healy here.
Here she goes.
Ooh. Bit of a stumble there, but a pretty good landing overall, it seemed like.
They pick up a lot of speed on the vault.
Mm-hmm.
They run really fast and try to get enough speed.
And you have to count the paces it takes you so you can time it correctly.
Yeah. So we'll see Sarah Healy go again. I don't think she's too happy with her performance on the first try, but hopefully she can turn it around.
Mm-hmm. Here's her second try for Sarah. Bit off the side, does about the same landing basically, but a little more to the side. I wonder if the first one was more points.
I think the second one
Was better?
Yeah, I think she was more. I think she's happier about the second one. I think everyone was happier. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in general, not the best performance, but
Still very good.
yeah. They still have the lead, not by a lot, but they're still in the lead. So gotta have confidence. So GBS still is in this same rotation for the vault.
Sydney Willett will be up next.
Mhm. Just waiting on a score here. Here she goes. She saluted. She's on the runway and about to go.
Again, another bit of a backward stumble there.
Coach not too happy.
Coach not showing a lot of motions unlike the
Just
Glenbrook
kinda,
North coaches.
So this is Zoe Zetas on the floor for Niles North.
Here's her first tumble. Got some major height on that. Oh, stumbled a lot there. She took a major fall. Probably a lot of points deducted there.
Yeah.
Now we'll do her second tumble. Nails that one. Very good landing there.
So she's not a lot of tumbling, not a lot of tumbling passes, a lot of like rhythmic movements. And I think she's done with that
Finished her
routine.
routine.
Yeah.
Now we're back to Glenbrook South. I think this is their last competitor in this rotation. It's Sheena Graham here. She has saluted.
About the runway and about to start.
Sticks the landing there.
Not a lot of this coach does not show a lot of motion. I thought it was good
Very different.
dismount. Maybe not too happy with her first try, but hopefully she can
I don't know
do
why
better in the
she's not
second.
happy. They look pretty good.
Then again, we don't know anything about gymnastics.
True. True. In a very limited experience, I thought that was good. Now we're over to wheeling on the beam. Maybe. Emily Zayek. Going back to Sheena Graham, where we just saw her first attempt at the vault, and now this is on her second. As you can see, her whole team cheering her on, really wanting her to do well.
Hopefully she can do better than her first try. I don't think she was happy, and the coach wasn't happy with her first one. Sticks the landing, as you tell by her
whole team
teammates.
swarming her.
Yeah, apparently that was a good one. And I think the judges are going to judge her second one for sure.
I mean, again, I don't know a lot about gymnastics, but they kind of look the same to me. Now we're back to wheeling on the beam.
Still waiting for a score from judges. Judges taking a while in between gymnasts to score.
I think this is Emily Zayek here.
Don't say any more names. So far, a good routine. Not much is, no, she almost stumbled there, but not much has been going on. So far, a clean routine, nothing special. I mean, if I was judging this, it's not over yet. Oh, here she goes with some sort of flip, something. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, see,
Bit of a jump.
I don't know, I wouldn't grade it.
With the dismount, sticks it.
Nothing too
Seemed like
special
she
about.
It's a good routine, though, it seemed like.
Nothing too special, though. I wouldn't give it a really high score. But we're gonna head back to the floor.
With
I'm pretty sure we saw her, Alexandra, but we're gonna.
now we're over to rolling Meadows on the floor. Here we go.
So we're about to start our routine.
This is Jennifer Kokas on the floor here if you're just tuning in. For Rolling Meadows High School.
The Glenbrook South Titans have just received new and updated scores. Their scores for the vault have come in, and they are up in first place with 106.5. The Vikings, not too far behind. They have a 90.4. I guess they were judged off of their floor routines. Spartans still at a 68.9 in fourth place. Have a small deficit from the Trevians of New Trier, in which they are in third place. So Spartans halfway done with the classic. They still have the beam and the floor to go. Hopefully they could improve and go for that #1 spot.
That was Jennifer done with her.
So here are the
floor
scores.
routine?
What I just said. These are the team scores. Rolling Meadows, not doing so well at all.
The Spartans are in 7th, but I don't think these scores are completely updated. Still waiting on some input here.
So this is Elk Grove, Hannah Baumeister taking their
beam here?
rotation. Yeah, Elk Grove on the beam.
Stumbles there, gets off. Flips there and does her dismount. We've only seen one other dismount like that where they go off on the side of the beam. She doesn't seem too happy on that, a bit frustrated maybe.
Gotta move on. More and more fans showing up and supporting these multiple teams here tonight. I like to see, gymnastics or, sports that aren't usually, heard of. People come and support. It's really nice.
It's nice to see. Especially with an event for these gymnasts that's so big.
Yeah. I think this is the biggest,
meet for them
thing for
before state. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, if you're just tuning in, this is Rolling Meadows on the floor routine here.
And they just finished. I don't think she's too happy with her performance, but there's always another match.
Now we're back over to Elk Grove for the beam. This is Katie Talons here.
What I've noticed here, this classic so far, it's a very relaxed and everyone's kind of chill, and I see some players and gymnasts, if they're not doing anything, they're eating, they're up in the stands talking to their parents. It's very relaxed, which is a good environment.
And I've seen some other teams clapping each other on, which is a good show of sportsmanship. You don't see that a lot with a lot of other events in athletics-wise. So I think it's a very relaxed overall. Just everyone's trying to improve upon on themselves, and we can see that here throughout the event.
Yeah. So we saw that unique mount by Katie Talons of Elk Grove using a spring. I haven't seen that yet in the classic so far.
Many have just seemed to push off from the side.
Yeah, like a standard mount. Yeah.
Bit of a stumble there. Nails the flip. Almost fell, but it was good bouncing by her. I feel like the hardest part on the beam would be able to turn. Stumbles a bit on the dismount there.
Yeah, turning, it's just, I don't know, like keeping your balance and your feet both on the thing, so.
She seemed quite happy with that performance there. Now we're over to the floor for Rolling Meadows. This is Nicole Kane here. Seems to nail her first tumble.
Here comes another tumbling pass. Wow, how many was that? Like 6? I couldn't keep count. Too many flips.
She nailed. Oh,
I don't get how they don't get dizzy.
that was a bit of a weird, not weird, but cool flip there. And that was her routine.
Yeah.
Seemed to be pretty good there.
Quicker than I thought, these routines. I thought they would be longer.
Well, again, there's that
Yeah, I
time
get-
restraint there of a minute 30 seconds. Now we're back over to Elk Grove once again on the beam. And
Getting ready here.
waiting for the judges again.
I think after Elk Grove, it's the Spartans' turn, their rotation
On the beam.
for the beam, yeah.
Mhm.
Just waiting on the judges. Judges taking up a lot of time.
We're almost done through the rotation for the beam.
Yeah, I think this is the last girl to go for Elk Grove.
Oh, we're over to the Trier vault for Amelia Montgomery here.
Stick to landing, coach. Not laughing it off, but
Tries to encourage her a bit.
yeah, she's not too happy with that.
Now we're
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to
go ahead.
Layla Berrigan on Elk Grove beam. We just cut off her for a short moment there. Stumbles a bit there. Not Elk Grove not having the best of beam routines here. Almost stumbles again.
Oh, wow,
Keeps
kept her
her balance
balance.
there. That was very good by her to not fall off. Jumps, lands it.
That's what I think is hard. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, definitely landing on flips, but just like landing from the air is so hard to do.
Or the flip turn where they
Yeah.
jump in the air and they turn. That'd be hard too.
Oh, and she falls. Not too happy though. I think she's gonna dismount from the side, as you saw the coach move the mat. So I think she might dismount right here. Here it goes. Yep. Dismounts, doesn't perfectly land it,
Not a
but
great routine there for Elk Grove.
not too
Clearly
happy.
frustrated and annoyed.
Man, they have like the exact same uniforms as GBN. They all have the same.
This is Emma Jane Rohr for New Trier,
Nutrient.
I believe.
This is her second time going around.
She nails that one,
yeah,
and the
team
coach just seems a lot happier.
Yeah. She seems happier, for sure. I think the Spartans are getting ready to go for the beam. Can't really tell. I don't see any of them, actually. I think Nutria has a few more girls up on the rotation and for the vault. I think we're having it over to bars.
Looks like we're over to GBS. It seems for the
I think
bars?
it's Lake Forest.
Or Lake Forest, yes, sorry.
So impressive, going from the lower to upper. And here comes her dismount. Oh, I was wrong.
Got a bit stuck up there.
Yeah, here goes the dismount. Sticks the landing, nothing too special. Team not really excited. Coach pleased. Good routine. Simple and basic.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is Anna Springer for Elk Grove. I was wrong. This is not their last gymnast on their rotation, but they're still going strong.
Nails that twist turn there.
As you see, New Trier headed onto the vault.
Ooh, stumbled a bit.
Yeah, doesn't stick the landing, but I think she's pleased with the performance. Got an update on scores for you. The Titans are still in first with a strong lead against the Wheeling Wildcats. The Wildcats have a 92.3, and Niles North not too far behind with a 90.4. So those are the top three teams for the Classic so far.
This is now Wheeling. This is Emily Zachick right now for the floor routine.
And I think the Spartans are getting ready to head onto the beam, it looks like, for their rotation.
She's using the Pirates of the Caribbean theme for her song. Finished her routine. Seemed quite pleased with it. Joined in a bit late.
Not a lot of girls are happy with their performance so far.
Now we're going back to New Trier on the vault here. Second try, looking. This is Maeve Murdoch here.
Coach is pleased.
Bit of a stumble. It was a lot better than the first try, though. Looks to be limping a bit. I don't know.
Here's Mally Alcorn getting ready to go for the beam, on the beam for the Spartans. Probably waiting for a judge's score.
Back to vault here. Stumbles a bit backwards again.
This is
Rachel Zunn here.
I'm pretty sure it's Meave Murdoch for the Trevians. But this would be Molly Alcorn taking the beam for the Spartans, the first girl in the rotation. The Spartans need to have a great rotation in the beam. This would be their third event in the whole Classic. So far, so good for Mally Alcorn while she's up there on the beam. Stumbled there, almost fell, didn't. Kept her balance. I think here comes a bunch of flips, maybe a dismount. I was wrong. Wow, that was impressive. A spin into land like that. Really nice.
Does it again. Stays up that time too.
Here comes her dismount.
Oh, never mind, just a flip.
It looks like she's going to go to a dismount because she's all the way at one end and then going to come to the other.
Here's a dismount.
She sticks the dismount.
Nails it, leans back a bit.
Coach looks pleased. Mally looks pleased. If everyone's happy, means it's probably a good score.
Here's just a quick check-in on the scores here.
For the balance beam. Yeah, go ahead.
Jenna Hartley leads everyone the balance beam currently for Glenbrook South. Maeve Murdoch.
She had a good
second.
performance. Yeah.
On the floor, Glenbrook South leading the first two slots once again with Sarah Healy and Bibi Haramaras, both with very high 9+ scores there.
All around, GBS, Sheena Graham has a 26.82, and her teammate Bebe has a 26.12, so not too far behind for those first and second spots. Team totals, Glenbrook South has a 106.52, Wheeling a little far behind, 92.3, Niles not too far behind Wheeling, but GBN, I apologize, is in 7th. They have a 68.9.
But they have two more events.
Yes, they have plenty of time to catch up.
Now we're back to Glenbrook North for the beam. This is
Lucy Abbott for Glenbrook North, waiting to judge Mally Alcorn's routine previous to this, so she's waiting on that.
Coach just giving some insight, some preparation maybe, words of inspiration.
Good way to put it.
Thank you. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Glenbrook North on the beam. Glenbrook South currently leading the Classic with about 106 points overall. Looks like Lucy is just about ready to go. And here we go. Very interesting mount there. Seemed very difficult, I meant. Nails that flip there. Stumbles a bit. Hits both those jumps there. Wow, that looked like a very difficult turn for her.
So much concentration and focus for the beam.
Ooh.
That was tough.
Yes, that
If
seemed.
she would have, stuck it, that would have been impressive.
Almost stumbles a bit, keeps her balance very well there. I think her dismount is about to come. Oh, there it is. Seemed to stuck the landing there.
Yeah, Coach happy.
Coach happy. Maybe giving him a bit of words, telling him to forget about that little stumble there. Overall, very good performance.
I don't think she's too happy with it, though. So we're going to head over to the bars for Lake Forest. This is Sarah Healy. Wow, that was cool to see.
Pretty sure this is going south, actually, for Sarah Haley.
It is?
Mm-hmm. Hits that landing there, it seemed like. Cut a bit.
This is BB on the bars.
Seemed to stick that landing there.
Perfectly, actually. That was great. This is Kelly Lazar getting ready to go on the beam for the Spartans.
Good start to the routine so far. Wow. I cannot believe she stayed up there. That looked like that really hurt her ankle there.
As you can hear, her teammates are cheering her on.
Stumbling again, but somehow keeps her balance like once again. Good flip there.
So far, a good routine for Kelly. Wow, great dismount.
Great dismount. Can't believe she stayed up on that one flip, though. It really looked like she was going to fall. That was great concentration by her to keep. Now we're back over to the bars for Glenbrook South. Kylie Kruger will be up next. Seems like we're just waiting for the judges' previous score for the Titans.
I think we're just waiting on judges. Again.
Seems to be a general trend here. Here are some of the scores up right now. With Glenbrook South once again leading, Sheena Graham leading the vault. Kelly Lazar looked like she had a great routine, but it had only a 8.9. Brittany Ulrich a 9.1. But Brittany is leading the uneven bars right now. Roxy Goldfarb right behind her. This is Kylie Kruger starting her routine. on the uneven bars.
Coach almost got in the way there.
Yeah.
Here comes her dismount.
Great dismount, sorry. Coach seemed very happy there. Now we're back over to the Glenbrook North beam. This is Brittany Ulrich here. Oh. Looked like she was about to nail those 2 flips in a row. These 2 stumbles might really cost Glenbrook North in the long run, though. Does a nice flip there.
Wow.
Wow, that seemed very difficult. Almost falls there. Dismount comes.
Besides her,
She stuck it.
besides her little fall there, overall, I know she's not too happy with her performance, but it was pretty good.
That seemed like a very difficult routine to accomplish.
Balance beam, Jenna Hartley does lead 9.15. Not a single GBN.
We're still waiting for some scores to come in.
True.
As you can see, mainly Glenbrook South just dominating the scoreboards right now. Now we're back over to the Glenbrook South uneven bars here. This is Sheena Graham just starting her routine. Stuck her landing once again. As you can see, the whole team absolutely ecstatic there. Coach also extremely happy.
So I'm going to bring you some updated scores. Niles North. The Vikings have taken the lead, not by much though, as the Wheeling Wildcats are behind by not much. It's a 122.5 to 121.5, so only down a point. The Titans are in third, and their score hasn't changed with a 106.5. The Spartans are in last, but that's just because their scores haven't gone in yet.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they do well in the beam, but they still got the floor, even if they didn't do well in the beam.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still time.
As you can see, the uneven bars, the Glenbrook North Spartans are really holding their own here with number 1 and number 2 holding, and 5 and 6 there. Very good performance there for the Spartans. Rolling Meadows on the vault right now. Stumbles a bit, not a very good landing there. Now we're over to Elk Grove on the floor. This is Anna Springer for the Elk Grove Grenadiers here on the floor. Here's her first go ahead. Does a pretty good job with that tumble. Wow, that was very well executed there by Anna Springer for that tumble.
Wow. Stuck the landing.
Perfectly executed, it seems like right now. Very good performance, it seemed like, by Anna there. Back to New Trier on the beams here. Or, sorry, not the beam, on even bars. As you can see, the Niles North Vikings are currently leading right now, and the Wheeling Wildcats are in second. Glenbrook North is in third for the vault. It seems like.
Yeah, just team breakdown. For the vault, again, Sheena Graham is still in first. Not too far behind of New Trier, Maeve Murdoch. She's having a great night. We saw her on beam and other events. So here's Evanston on the beam. We haven't seen too much of Evanston tonight. They're not doing so well. They are in last place with a score of 87.77. But the Spartans score just went in. They're in 5th place behind New Trier. They have a 103.4 score, like we just saw. But they've still got one event left, so there's still time. But hopefully Coach Jewell's goal of beating GBS will happen. So just joining us, we're waiting for the judges to score Evanston's previous beam routine. But Evanston is on the beam, and we're waiting for them to go.
Still waiting here. And it looks like we're just about ready to go. There's your salute.
That was like a hook mount, hug mount, cradle mount, something like that.
I don't know what it's called.
No, I don't either.
Almost stumbles there.
So far, a pretty good routine from Evanston.
Two bit of back flips in a row. Almost stumbles there again. Even bigger stumble there. Here comes her dismount. Stumbles back a bit. Pretty good though.
Yeah, it's a solid routine from her.
Few stumbles.
This is New Trier bars. I just got an update that the Titans have regained the lead. They are up 141.7, and the Niles North Vikings are behind 122.5, and the Wildcats are in third. So those are the updated scores for you guys if you're just tuning in.
But I believe that Glenbrook South is done with all their routines, correct? Or do they still have floor?
I think they're done.
Mm-hmm.
So that is their final score. Hopefully the Spartans can beat that or come close to it. Hopefully gain a spot on the pedestal at the end. But I think the Spartans are getting ready to start their final rotation on the floor.
Mm-hmm. They also seem to have the mat out. It's weird that the first 3 teams didn't have the mat out in the floor routine, but now they do. Just waiting for the previous score here for the New Trier Trevians to get started on their next uneven bars routine.
Spartans really need to have a strong floor rotation for sure if they even want to come close to being on that pedestal. Right now they're in 6th place.
Oh! Took a major fall there. Everyone kind of held their breath for a half a second there.
Want to wipe her hands down, get more chalk probably.
Probably major deduction of points there.
Yeah, got delayed time, you got a fall too, so for sure. But health and safety and what, is more important.
Looks like we're cutting to...
This is Roxy Goldfarb for the Spartans, the first girl to go in their rotation. So I think we're all on kind of the last rotation. New Trier's on the bars. Lake Forest will be on the beam, and Rolling Meadows should be on the vault. But I think most teams, I think all the teams are done on the vault, and most of I think Evanston just finishing up on the beam. But yeah, I think Glenbrook North will be the last one to finish, and New Trier on the bars and the floor. I think we're just waiting on judges, or I don't know what we're waiting on here.
It does look like the judges are trying to sort something out right now. Again, just tuning in, this is Roxy
Goldfarb
for the Glenbrook North Spartans. About to start her floor routine just as soon as the judges are ready.
Here she goes. Is it to music? I think she's waiting for music. Yeah.
Stumbles a bit there on the turn.
I mean, you could see from the background some South girls cheering her on too.
Very well done there. Just a bit of a back stumble there. But it's probably okay.
A lot of twirls and jumps.
Here she goes for a second tumble.
Tunnel pass, yeah.
Seems
Six
to
to
nail
landing.
that one too. Yeah.
Here goes for another
Third.
third tumble pass. Thank you. Sticks the landing.
Nails that one too. I feel like that's the hardest move there. 2 consecutive flips in a row.
Yeah.
Hard to keep the momentum going. And just about finished up. Pretty good routine there, it seemed like.
Very simple. I think the coach is proud. Coach loved it. That's a good sign.
Still on Evanston for the beam here. Looks like she's just about ready to get started here.
This might be their last and final girl and final rotation.
Mm-hmm. She falls off a bit there.
It's
Not
okay.
a bit, she does. Ready to get back on. Looks like she's just about ready to finish her routine here. Here comes her dismount.
Good
Thanks to
dismount.
landing.
Yeah.
Pretty good routine overall. Looks like Lake Forest is preparing their beam.
Oh, so Lake Forest still has, there's still one more team in the rotation, so Lake Forest still has to go.
Mm-hmm. It still has to finish their beam.
Yep. But otherwise, I think vault is done. New Trier just finished bars. Glumberg North is still on the floor. And you just saw Lake Forest getting
Here
ready for the
is
beam.
Katie Dalkey for her floor routine here for the Spartans. Nails that stumble there. Not stumble, why did I say stumble? What's it called?
I don't know.
I forgot. I forgot the name. Lands that one there too.
And finish her routine. That was a pretty solid routine.
Mhm.
Hopefully she'll get a good score, or the score that the coaches and her want.
Next up, it looks like it is Lucy Abbott for floor, and then we'll have one more in the rotation for the Spartans on the floor. Brittany Ulrich will finish up for the Spartans tonight.
Interesting song choice for a gymnastics routine. That's true.
Here's her first. Nails it.
Wow, that was pretty. Here comes the tumble pass.
Tumble, that's what's
Wow, and sticks the landing on that. That was really impressive.
very good. Very well timed with the music there, with that move. Here comes her last tumble pass.
He sticks the
Nails
landing.
that one as well.
So far, good routine. I think coach is pleased. She has a big smile on her face, and hopefully she'll be pleased with her performance.
Very good floor routine there, it seemed like. Now we're over to Lake Forest for their last rotation as well on the beam.
So I think most of the teams are done. We're just waiting on Lake Forest and Glenbrook North. Glenbrook North has a score of 103.4, and Lake Forest is just behind them with a 95.3. So Glenbrook North has a lot of catching up to do, but hopefully they can do it. With Brittany Ulrich, she hasn't had the best night, but hopefully she could finish strong.
Now up next on the beam for Lake Forest is Jessica Pescesi here. Lands on one foot there, keeps her balance.
So far, so good.
Lands that one.
Lands that one too.
I think here just around is coming. Here it is.
Lands
Sticks
it.
to landing. Very good routine overall. Didn't seem like there was a lot of difficult moves, but it was well executed.
If you're listening to that, that's the sound of everyone cheering. And I see New Trier, GBN, GBS, all gymnasts cheering for Brittany Ulrich. She's the final. She's the final gymnast on all the mats. She's on the floor, her floor routine, finishing it up, trying to get on the podium for the Spartans.
Looks like she has a very good routine so far.
Yeah. And I can hear it. I mean, everyone is cheering, and she's going for a tumble pass and does a bunch of flips and doesn't hit the landing, but she's giving it her all. I don't know. I mean, I know people at home didn't really see it, but I mean, she didn't stick at the landing on one tumble pass, so I don't think she's too happy about it. But there's nothing you can do about it. But I think they'll get on the podium for sure.
Here is her routine right now.
So the final scores, well, not final, but close to final. Glenbrook South Titans have a 141.7. New Trier had a 138.9. Niles North has a 122.5. Rolling Meadows and fourth had a 121.7. Not too far behind is Wheeling with a 121.5. Elk Grove had a 120. Evanston has a 118.2. The Spartans are in eighth with a 103.4. Still waiting on their scores from their floor routine. Lake Forest also still on the beam. Their scores will be the last to finally go in, but they have a 95.3. So it'll be tough. I think hopefully the Spartans don't stay where they are in eighth and move up, but it's definitely going to be tough. Brittany Ulrich didn't have the performance I think that she wanted and the team wanted, so, but we'll see what happens.
As you can see there in that last tumble pass by Brittany, she did stumble a bit, maybe some points off there. But overall, her routine seemed very strong, very solid. I just don't know if it's enough to make the comeback.
Yeah, and I think they're going to, Coach Jewell's going to get his wish today. Spartans didn't have the best performance. I think GBS was
Did
great.
stumble there.
Overall, just on the beam, on the bars, on the floor, everywhere, GBS was really good. But here's Lake Forest on the beam. They're the last ones to finish.
You just saw the end of it with her dismount.
Yep. I think they've got a few more girls up to go, but we see them getting ready. Podium, the results will be coming out shortly when they're done with this rotation, for sure. And we will keep you updated with scores.
Here we have Lake Forest.
It's a great dance move, Lake Forest. Gymnast.
Everyone's just having fun. Everyone's just waiting.
They're just waiting on judges' scores for Lake Forest for the beam. So the Glenbrook North Spartans have moved up tremendously. The Titans do hold the #1 spot with a 141.7. New Trier is behind them with a 138.9. The Spartans have a 137.35, which they puts them in third place. Niles North has a 122.5. Rolling Meadows has a 121.7. The Wheeling Wildcats have a 121.5. Elk Grove has a 120. Evanston has a 118, and Lake Forest is a 95.3. But as you can see, they're still on the beam, and they've still got some girls left to go, so those scores won't be in for a few minutes.
Overall, it was as predicted. How the top three teams.
For sure, 3 state contenders, and not surprised. But every team, every gymnast gave it their all. But you never know. Lake Forest could do really well on the beam. But this is Kristen Fish for Lake Forest.
On the beam.
I think maybe to finish it off. Maybe this is the third gymnastic, but I'm not sure.
She did take a fall at the beginning of her routine, if you didn't see. Here's her dismount coming.
And
she lands it. It was a very good dismount there. Pretty good routine overall.
Think they might be done. Maybe got one more girl.
Now we're just waiting on judges' score and the final results.
And we will keep you updated. So all around varsity, Shayna Graham had a 35.8 GBS, and Bebe Haramnas had a 34.8. So they hold the #2 spots. GBS overall tonight had a great performance all around.
Brittany Ulrich, we didn't think she had the best night, but she did tie for 4th overall. And as you can see, the Glenbrook South Titans have come in first with New Trier and Glenbrook North, as expected. The top 3 teams, both performing very well. Niles North following them in 4th. We're still just waiting for the Lake Forest beam scores here to finish up and get the final results for the award ceremony coming up here. Darcy Barkle did lead everyone in the uneven bars, with Brittany Ulrich finishing in 4th once again. And as you can see, Glenbrook South mostly dominating the leaderboard here. As you can see, the balance beam, Jenna Hartley finishing with the overall score, it seems like right now. Still finishing up are the scores for Lake Forest. Lucy Abbott finishes top spot. Tied for first with Sarah Healy on the floor. With GBS, again, mainly dominating the leaderboard here. All around, once again, Sheena Graham coming in first. Everybody just gathering around before the award ceremony here. Stay tuned for the final results. We'll get that to you shortly, and we'll see who wins and comes out on top.
So I've got the updated scores for you guys. They just put in Lake Forest, the score. As you can tell from the screen, Glenbrook South does take the win. GBN does get 3rd place. Not something that they were looking for, but still on the top, one of the top teams on the podium. It did end up Evanston. The Wildcats had a 118.2 score. Not their best go around, but overall pretty good standings. I'm not surprised about, like we said, the top 3 teams, all state contenders. But GBS just dominated the leaderboards all around, and I'm not really surprised about what the results of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But GBN not coming too far behind New Trier for 3rd place. New Trier ended up with a 138.9, and GBN ended up with a 137.3. So close race for 2nd place, but New Trier got it. So
hopefully we can see these teams compete later in the season, and maybe Glenbrook North will have a bit of a better night. You know, it probably just comes down to a few errors, like we talked about how it was so close. Maybe a stumble here or stumble there might have cost Glenbrook North another spot up or a few more points. So
yeah.
I think later on in the season, this could be even closer than it was today if they do face off again.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, you know, with the like stumbles and falls and the small mistakes cost them in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe, you know, they could have gotten 2nd place, but they also could have gotten 1st easily. So GBS isn't that, you know, much better compared to our GBN Spartans. So, but it was good. It was good. Brittany Olsen, I mean, everyone had a great night. But I just think that that floor routine at the end. So, but overall, good night by everyone. I think everyone should be proud of themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do any remotely anything close to what they did. So, yeah, very talented gymnasts
Great.
for sure.
It was a great overall competition, as we can see. Very relaxed environment. Everyone seemed to have a good time. There's
Yeah.
good sportsmanship all around.
For sure. But now we're just waiting on the award ceremony, handing out trophies, medals. I think GBN will get a third place trophy.
Unless something changes here.
Oh, no. Like they're at the table over there in the
Oh, yeah.
distance. So we do see the trophies and medals. They will be handed out shortly, I would assume. So we're just cleaning up the gym.
All the teams gathering, just waiting for their results here.
Yeah. This was much longer than I expected. Do I need this anymore? So hungry. Oops. Yes, so we're going to be right back after a commercial break. We're going to take a short moment, step away.
Well,
Yo, Sebastian, where are we going for lunch today, man?
I don't know, but I could really go for some Chinese.
I'm not in the mood. How about Mexican food?
Nah, we got that last time.
Yeah, but we can't just sit here debating.
Alright, dude, I got the greatest idea.
I think we're just, I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know if the judges are doing anything. I see,
looks like all of them are about to
I think we're about to start.
talking.
I see our varsity coach grabbing a bunch of medals, and I think they'll bring everyone together and start this award ceremony. I think all these girls are a little anxious to see who won, because we know who won, but I don't think they do.
Yeah.
And so do the parents. So it'll be exciting to see all their reactions. So. So I think of that announcement, I think we might start the award ceremony. So as long as we have, a few short moments, we're going to air a few more commercials. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Well, that means Spartans to me is a lot. Part of my life and a lot of work and my nice lady boss. Well, because I love the place and I love the people and I like it. I like what I do.
What do you like?
And so you're just coming back. Here are all the results. As you can see, Glenbrook North finishing 10th and 6th here so far. Glenbrook South finishing 3rd. And finally, in first place, it is Sheena Graham, as we saw before through the scores. And overall, a lot of good people here, a lot of good effort throughout, and we hope to see these teams compete later.
So those were the, oh, here we go.
Those were the all-around scores, I believe. Evanston takes 10th place in the uneven bars. As you can see, the top 3 teams once again dominating the podium.
For sure. And I think those were the scores for the uneven bars as they exit off the podium. Sheena Graham with already 2 medals.
She had a great night tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Balance B, we have a tie for 10th place. With a score of 8.60 from Wheeling, Jessica Starbucks. And from Glenbrook South, Sheena Graham. In 9th place from Glenbrook South, with a score of 8.70, Evie Ramirez. In 8th place from Niles North, with a score of 8.725, Athena Zidis. There's a tie for 6th place from Glenbrook North, both from Glenbrook North, with a score of 8.75, Lucy Abbott and Molly Hallborn. In 4th place, there's another tie with a score of 8.85 from Niles North, Zoe Zidis, and from Lucier, Rachel Zoom. In 3rd place, from Lucier with a score of 8.875, Zoe Spangler. In 2nd place, from Lucier with a score of 8.95, May Murdoch. And in 1st place with a score of 9.150 from Glenbrook South, Jenna Hartley.
Again, not surprised. Yeah, GBN, GBS, and Nutra. So, very consistent. It's got really quiet. Really quiet. But everyone should be really proud, happy. So,
Seems to be some very still air right now.
Floor exercise.
For now, we're going to get the awards for the floor.
Score of 8.675 from Glenbrook North, Katie Felke. In 9th place from Elk Grove with a score of 8.7, Jill Valenti. In 8th place with a score of 8.725, Lucier May Murdoch. There's a tie for 6th place from Lucier with a score of 8.750, Emma Jane Rohrer. From Glenbrook South, Elena Faulkner. In 5th place from Glenbrook South with a score of 8.775, Sheena Graham.
Sheena winning her 3rd medal now.
With a score of 8.950, Lake Forest, Kristen.
it's her 4th medal.
4th, sorry.
No, I just.
Yeah.
In 3rd place from Glenbrook South with a score of 9.05, Evie Ramirez. And there's a tie for 1st place from Glenbrook South, both with a score of 9.150, Sarah Healy. And from Glenbrook North, Lucy Abbott.
Good for her. Tied for 1st. Again, and very consistent tonight. GBS, Nature, Glenbrook North, as you see, and very consistent.
Both sharing the podium.
Yep. So they were on an all-around, maybe? Or maybe team.
That was the floor routine there.
Yeah, maybe we're going to team totals and all around. Then we go team.
In 10th place with a total score of 32.55 from Golden Meadows, Jenna Hearn. In 9th place from Lake Forest with a score of 32.725, Gianna Caspi. In 8th place from Niles North with a score of 32.925, Zoe Zidis. In 7th place from Wheeling with a score of 33.1, Jessica Stavros. There's a tie for 5th place. With a total score of 34.
A lot of ties.
Brittany wins another medal here.
And we said she had an off night.
It
I
seemed
guess
like
she didn't.
she was quite frustrated with her scores at times. Maybe that's why we thought she had an off night. But it turns out she had a very,
Good.
very nice night.
Yep. Man, Sheena getting all these
with her
medals.
fifth medal.
Oh my God. She had a great night.
Mm-hmm.
Lake Forest, though, took the podium. 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
Someone new.
Didn't they finish 4th all around? I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
So they jumped up a lot. So overall, it was a pretty good night for them too.
Yep. I think we're going to go to team totals now. I could be wrong, but find out.
Now here are the team totals. Evanston comes in 10th.
9th. Or 10th.
Elk Grove comes in 9th. Wheeling comes in 7th. Or 8th, sorry. Rolling Meadows comes next. Niles North finishes 5th. Lake Forest finishes 4th. Glenbrook North finishes 3rd, like we said.
Can't all fit on there. It's a good night for the 6 of them.
Sorry about that little cutout there. Trier finishes 2nd, like we talked about earlier as well.
Again, not surprised.
Once again, like we said in our opening, these teams are very competitive, all very good all around.
All strong, very good. Yeah.
All have great talent, and it showed today how close it was. And in the end, it was Gilmick South who edged out a little bit more than the rest, and they took first.
So no surprise, GBS take first, but here you go. Yeah, so GBS takes the number 1. They don't look too shocked. Yeah, these 3 teams are all great, strong caliber teams, like we've all been saying.
Sadly, our Glenbrook North Spartans couldn't pull out the victory over the rivals.
It's okay.
But hopefully they can see each other later again in the season, maybe in a different meet or maybe downstate. And hopefully the Spartans will come out on top next time.
So final look at all these 3 teams, top teams here tonight. You got GBN, number 3, New Trier, number 2, and GBS taking the win in the Spartan Classic 2017.
Thank you for tuning in and watching. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast.
Yeah.
Overall, great night for all teams.
Yeah, every gymnast and coach should be proud of themselves. Those are the final looks on team totals. We just want to congratulate all the top tier teams and everyone who had a great night. Thank you, Jack, for joining me.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening, and have a great night.